You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Well, the local numbers remain relatively flat despite coronavirus case counts increasing in multiple states across the country. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott Pienta. Well, we'll start locally with one new confirmed case in Branch County, bringing their total up to 243 confirmed cases, 14 probable, and 2 deaths. Hillsdale County also adds a case, bringing their count up to 182 confirmed cases, 12 probable cases, and 25 deaths. Lenawee County is up to 176 confirmed cases, some of those at local nursing homes, and we'll have more on that in just a moment. 145 of Lenawee County's confirmed cases are recovering and 6 have died. Now, there are also 34 probable cases. They're all recovering. Well, the state of Michigan as a whole is staying on a relatively flat trend of about 178 new cases per day, with just 44 confirmed cases being reported statewide on Saturday. Well, altogether, Michigan reports 63,261 confirmed cases and 5,911 confirmed case deaths, along with 6,685 probable cases and 246 probable case deaths. Now, Michigan reports 51,099 recoveries across the state. Now, Steuben County is now up to 120 confirmed cases and 2 deaths. The state of Indiana is seeing a bit of an uptick in new cases over the past few days as the curve seems to be slightly bouncing back. Now, there are now 44,930 cases in the Hoosier State with 2,427 deaths. Now, Williams County hasn't updated their weekend numbers yet, but Friday's count still showed them at 62 total cases, while the state shows 63. On the county level, Williams County reports 46 confirmed cases and 16 probable cases with 1 death. Now, we'll likely know tomorrow if that additional case in the state count is confirmed or probable. Now, Fulton County has 4 cases being monitored with 56 confirmed cases, 1 probable case, 53 recovering, and still no deaths. Overall, the state of Ohio has 50,309 cases and 2,807 deaths. Another Machindo area nursing home is trying to keep a coronavirus outbreak contained. Well, 3 employees tested positive at the Lenawee County Medical Care Facility. All staff and residents were tested after the first positive employee was identified, and results came back positive for 2 residents. The Lenawee County Health Department says a baseline testing of all residents had been completed on May 13th with entirely negative results. Well, the facility is working with the health department to ensure residents and staff are following CDC guidelines. Meanwhile, over in Branch County and Hillsdale counties, the Community Health Agency's Rebecca Burns says things are looking good at the nursing homes. Now, according to the Daily Reporter, Burns acknowledged the early outbreak at the Hillsdale County Medical Care Facility, which infected about 1/3 of the residents and resulted in 20 deaths. Now, that's accounting for most of the 25 deaths in Hillsdale County. But that situation has passed, and Burns says only the Laurels in Coldwater has had a case recently, and a staff member who had tested positive. Well, the worst of the agency's coverage is now in St. Joseph County, which saw 50 new cases from June 17th to the 24th, compared to just 17 in Branch County and 6 in Hillsdale County during that same period. The agency, which serves all three of those counties, has spent almost $194,000 in its response to the coronavirus crisis. Well, that spending is being bolstered by funds that were intended for programs which have been closed down due to the pandemic. Another local event has been canceled due to the pandemic. This time, it's the Mount Pelier Bean Days 5K. Well, the Mount Pelier Fire Department made that announcement on behalf of the Firefighters Association on Friday. Well, those who have already sent in their sponsorship will have to carry over to that next year's race, which they plan to hold on July 17, 2021. Well, the organizers thank everyone who has supported the Bean Days 5K over the past 10 years, and they look forward to seeing everyone next year. One person they won't see is me in the 5K. All right, one thing is never stops, however, is the music, and the Bryan City Band is moving forward with their 2020 season. Well, the Times says that the season has been approved by Mayor Carrie Schlade and the Williams County Health Department. Well, conductor Terry Kraus said nobody wanted to break the streak, with the community band now on its 167th consecutive year. Well, things will be a little bit different this year. For starters, the rehearsals and concerts will take place at the McDonald Ruff Ice Arena instead of the Courthouse Square. And we will be right back in just a few short seconds. On top of that, the first performance will also be the first rehearsal this Wednesday, July 1st at 7:30 p.m. Well, Kraus says that there will be some stopping and starting as the band runs everything through for the first time, and that might continue to some extent while there technically are no practice dates set. If rehearsal spaces at Bryan City Schools becomes available, they'll plan to hold some practices there on Tuesday nights as usual. Well, the rest of the band's events will be every Wednesday night at 7:30 at the Ice Arena, except for August 22nd, when they'll be performing before the fireworks at Bryan's Day. Well, it's going to be one of those technology days, and today's no different. But Tryon University has announced that ACT and SAT scores will be optional for next year's incoming class of 2025. The Herald Republican says that the school made the decision because the pandemic caused too many of those tests to be canceled for high school juniors this year. Well, incoming undergrads who were able to take the test this year can still submit their scores if they want to, and those who are applying for direct entry programs or merit-based scholarships may still be required to submit their scores. Well, the university is also evaluating the possibility of making those scores optional in future years. Northwest State Community College is also adjusting plans for the future. The Swanton Enterprise reports that the college's Board of Trustees was recently briefed by the administration on how they plan to handle the fall semester's return to in-person classes. Well, the current plans also call for summer camps and a blood drive during Phase 2. Now, over $300,000 is being spent on emergency funding for the NSCC students during this pandemic, which keeps them connected to the school online, including through cellular hotspots. Well, more businesses in the region are requesting training, which bodies well for economic recovery. Well, the board also approved a budget of $24.1 million for fiscal year 2021, which is about $200,000 more than the current budget. But President Michael Thompson said it's actually a conservative approach due to the pandemic, and the administration has promised to keep the board up to date as more becomes known. The state of Ohio has received a federal grant to help get people back to work. Well, $8.5 million will be distributed through the Department of Job and Family Services, according to the Swanton Enterprise. JFS will work with the local workforce areas to provide outreach to employers, as well as providing services to employees who were laid off due to the pandemic. Well, the state applied for the grant from the U.S. Labor Department in late May and was approved earlier this month. Well, paid work experience, on-the-job training, customized training, and skill upgrade and supportive services will all be available, and JFS will provide personal protection equipment as well as other health and safety supplies. Well, still ahead at noon, there's credible evidence of a mountain lion being sighted in Fremont. Well, that's scary. Plus, an Illinois man has something happened, and my teleprompter just went out again on me. So we'll be right back after this on HTV1.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
Well, welcome back to Dolores, who's watching us, and Toledo. Hey, guess what? The authorities need your help to find a driver who hit a bicyclist and bicyclists and fled the scene. Now, WTVB says it happened just before 10 o'clock Friday night on M49 near Genesee Road in Hillsdale County's Litchfield Township. Well, the 18-year-old cyclist was hit by a silver Toyota Corolla, model year somewhere between 2005 and 2008. The car has damage on the front right side of the passenger door where the mirror would be. No word on whether or not the cyclist was injured. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Michigan State Police Jackson Post at 517-780-4580. Well, this was the scene at the Potawatomi Campground in Branch County's Girard Township after the latest round of strong storms rolled through on Friday night. Numerous trees came down on the campers and trailers, but luckily, according to WTVB, no one was hurt. Many of the campers helped each other out to clean up, while Feller Tree Service of Teconcha cleaned up the fallen trees. Now, that's two Fellers Tree Service. Now, that storm hit around 10:30 p.m. on Friday, and Branch County was under a severe thunderstorm warning at the time. Now, there's been no official confirmation, but there were reports of straight-line winds during that storm. Well, storms may not be the only danger at local parks lately, as WLKI says Fremont residents are reporting sightings of a cougar at Vistula Park. Well, here's a picture that one person took of that cat behind the ball field. And while it's not a great photo, residents say that by the size and the tail, it's clearly a mountain lion and not a dog or another animal. Indiana conservation officers were also called out to search for it, and the several tracks were found in an area, but they couldn't locate the animal itself. A trail camera has been set up in the hopes of getting a look at the big cat. Now, multiple farmers over the past few decades have reported dead animals that they believe were attacked by a mountain lion, but wildlife officials in all three states have denied that there are any in the region. Well, the findings of tracks in Fremont could make a first confirmed sighting in Indiana since a cougar was confirmed in Greene County in the spring of 2010. An Illinois man is dead after drowning in Pokagon State Park. Now, it happened Thursday afternoon at one of the sandbars near the beach. According to WTBB and the Herald Republican, 61-year-old Rocky Rutledge of Romeoville was with his family when the pontoon boat they had rented began drifting off. Indiana Conservation Officer Patrick Hendrick said that Rutledge attempted to swim after the craft, but he went in under the deep water off of the sandbar. A witness swam after him and attempted to help, and some nurses who were in the area attempted CPR until they could get to the docks. Well, emergency crews took over there, but they had no success, and Rutledge was pronounced dead at the scene. His death marks the first drowning of the 2020 in Steuben County. It was a rough couple of days in Meshenda roadways leading up to the weekend. Now, that started on Thursday morning in Jonesville, where a road rage incident led to one vehicle flipping over. Well, the Hillsdale Daily News says that happened right in front of the Jonesville Fire Department on US 12 east of Olds Road. No word yet on exactly what happened, but the vehicles were westbound when one of them hit the other. Now, the driver of the overturned vehicle suffered lacerations and abrasions, but they sought their own treatment. Both drivers were found to be at fault and were cited. Both westbound lanes had to be shut down while the two eastbound lanes were split to bypass the scene. Then Thursday evening, there was a single vehicle crash in M99 near Gage Street outside of the Martinrea factory. Well, that driver was southbound in a lane that was closed for construction, as crews had been cutting out failed sections of concrete in the area. While the vehicle drove right into a section that had been removed. Well, the driver was injured, but there was no word yet on their condition. Comments from the area residents say construction signs and road cones have been confusing and poorly managed during the project. And on the following day, 2 Swanton residents were injured in a Lucas County accident. The Village Reporter says it happened just before 5:30 Friday morning on Providence, Neapolis, Swanton. Well, 24-year-old Antonia Ruiz was behind the wheel of that car with 23-year-old Sarah Southard in the passenger seat when the SUV crossed the center line and left the roadway, rolling over onto its top. Emergency crews used the jaws of life to get Ruiz and Southard out of the vehicle. Both were wearing seatbelts and both suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Ruiz was taken to St. Luke's Hospital, where Southard was taken to University of Toledo Medical Center. No word on what caused the incident, and it's unknown if drugs or alcohol played a factor. Now, that crash still remains under investigation. Well, a Kunkel storage barn was destroyed in a fire late last week. The Bryan Times says it happened around 4 p.m. Thursday in the 100 block of South Maple Street. Montpelier, Pioneer, West Unity, and Alverden fire crews responded, and the fire was under control in about 10 minutes. But the barn was a total loss, and the wind blew the flames into a nearby downed tree, as well as melted the siding on the nearby home. Now, no wording on the financial loss, but no one was injured in that incident. A sad update to a already tragic story. A wife of a man who was killed in last week's apartment fire in Quincy has herself passed away. WTBB and the Daily Reporter say 37-year-old Amanda Green was taken off of life support after suffering severe injuries in that blaze. She and her husband, 39-year-old David Green, were trying to escape the fire in the building's central stairwell when they were overcome by the smoke. David was pronounced dead at the scene, while Amanda and David's cousin, 45-year-old Joseph Prince, were taken to Coldwater Regional Hospital. Well, David and Amanda Green leave behind 7 children ranging from 13 to 19 years old. Well, 2 of Green's sons played on the Quincy High School football team, and the team is accepting donations to help with funeral expenses and other costs. A GoFundMe page has been set up for the family, and we'll be sharing a link to both of those fundraisers at htv1.net. Just click mentioned on air. Now, both the Sunset Cove Resort and the Shed raised funds to help out last week as well. Meanwhile, the Michigan State Police continue to investigate that fire, but officials do not believe it is suspicious in nature. Well, the case against Coldwater murder suspect is being delayed to give the defense more time to prepare. The Daily Reporter says lawyers for the Rancho Maria Gonzalez requested the delay, and District Judge Brent Weigel granted it with no objection from the prosecutor Valerie White. Moreira Gonzalez is being held without bond for allegedly stabbing Juan Urister Rodriguez at a Coldwater Quality Inn on June 11th. Now, Public Defender John Vincent says his office will receive a significant amount of material from the police, but additional material is not yet available, including toxicology reports from the final autopsy results. Documents are being translated into Spanish for the defendant. A preliminary exam has been set for July 16th. Well, more news ahead. There's a new LGBTQ community center in the area, and one lucky woman won big with a Michigan lottery scratch-off. Well, the news at noon. We'll be right back.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Well, the Williams County Commissioners say that the city of Bryan can put their designated outdoor refreshment area into effect, but they want a county-wide vote before people are allowing to start drinking on the courthouse lawn. The Bryan Times says Commission President Lou Hilkert made a suggestion at the regular Thursday night meeting. Now, members of the Bryan Area Chamber of Commerce were in attendance, and they were hoping to get the support of the commissioners to include the courthouse square off the bat. Now, but the courthouse square is owned by the county, and Williams County currently forbids alcohol consumption on county property. Hilkert says that the resolution would have to be rescinded, and he wants to put it up by a public vote. Commissioner Brian Davis says he wanted to see the city pass their ordinance first before the county takes action, and the chamber representatives agree. Well, they'll meet again when the city of Bryan passes that ordinance. Discussion of an open drinking area has been active in recent weeks, and the proposed boundaries have shifted a few times as more input has been gathered. Now, the current proposal is bounded by Bryan Street onto the north and Sherry Street onto the east, Butler and Maple Streets to the south, and the Portland Street to the west. Well, the plan was closely modeled after the Dora in Defiance, with some alterations to alleviate the concerns of the city officials. Representatives from Defiance and Henry County say that they haven't had many problems with the open drinking in their districts. Well, Branch County Gay Pride has opened a new community center. WTVB says the ribbon cutting and open house was held yesterday at the building on Division Street in Coldwater. Well, the nonprofit organization was established for charitable, educational, and social purposes, with the mission of is to promote social activities, support to LGBTQ causes, and promote Well, we are going to bring in some different internet because this is getting ridiculous to connect to the internet from where we're located in Jackson County today. But nonetheless, we have to finish the news and we'll get her undone. Let's get right back to that story on the new center. Its mission is to promote social activities, support LGBTQ causes, and promote the general well-being of the LGBTQ community. The organization has already marked their calendars to fulfill all three of those goals with a Pride Rally in downtown Coldwater on August 29th, in conjunction with the Pride Festival that day at Parkhurst Park. Well, Branch County Gay Pride hopes to promote a positive image in Coldwater and Branch County with community activities and services. Law enforcement representative from Lenawee County met with the county chapter of the NAACP last week for a discussion about race and community policing. WLEN says the group talked about police reform, officer recruitment, mental health, and other issues that intersect with the overall concern. NAACP chapter president Jeanette Hennigan says that the law enforcement members listened to their ideas and explained what they're currently doing and what they're willing to do in terms of reform, which Hennigan said made it a productive conversation. Now, one idea was a citizen oversight board, which everyone seemed to be on board with, including Tecumseh Police Chief Brent Coker, who told the radio station that it's unclear at this early stage what that would look like, and he believes it would be beneficial. Now, Coker added that the event was wonderful, saying everyone involved seemed to be working towards the same goals. The whole group also agreed that this was just a start of dialogue between law enforcement and the community. Other officials and other officers in attendance included Adrian Police Chief Vince Emmerich, Clinton Police Chief Tony Savas, Ryan Township Police Chief Kevin Grayer, Lenawee County Sheriff Troy Bevere, Michigan State Police Monroe Post Commander First Lieutenant Gregory Moriano, and Commander of Recruiting and Selection First Lieutenant Dwayne Zook. Well, Lenawee County Prosecutor Burke Castleberry was also there to address the legal aspects of the conversation. Now, one lucky Lenawee County resident won some big money with a Michigan Lottery scratch-off last week. Well, the anonymous 36-year-old says that she plays the games together with her mother and that they compete to see who wins the most. And the younger woman definitely got the bragging rights this time around. Well, she says that she thought she had only won $100, but the clerk at the store said they couldn't cash it. That's when she double-checked the ticket and actually saw that that she had actually won $300,000. Well, the lucky winner recently picked up her prize at the lottery headquarters in Lansing. She says that she plans to buy a new home, set up her college for her children, and save the rest. Well, the game she played was 5X Cash Word, which was launched in February, and $300,000 is their top prize. I wonder if she's single. After the break, she was a big name on local scene. Now she's going worldwide. We'll tell you all about it next.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, finally today, if you attended Wauseon High School in 2019, you certainly know the name Monica Betts. Now, she was hoping to, and she's hoping the rest of the world knows it soon, too. The Fulton County Expositor says Betts recently starred in a Lifetime movie, which is her first full-length feature. Birth Mother's Betrayal premiered over the weekend. It's a story of a 16-year-old girl who wants to find her birth mother despite her adoptive mother's warnings, and the results are chilling. Betts landed the part late last year by sending the producers a cold read of a script and another read about a week after that. She flew to California the next day for a table read and costume fitting, and filming began in December. Well, Betts says everyone was welcoming and kind, knowing it was her first film. The infamous native is that the small-town actress finds it difficult to adjust to a Hollywood scene, but Betts says it's actually more difficult to adjust back to her life here at home, where she lives with her family in Sand Creek, does housekeeping at the Fulton County Health Center, and works at Walmart. In February, she's landed a part in another Lifetime movie calling Nightmare Neighbor. So keep an eye out for that one. She's also co-stars in a couple short films, College Town, which you can find on YouTube, and Life Lost, which is currently in pre-production. Well, she plans to move to Los Angeles soon, but the entertainment industry has slowed to a crawl due to the coronavirus pandemic, so she's waiting it all out. In the meantime, Beth says she's on cloud 9. Well, that's great. Well, Lifetime, heck, you could be one actor and be in 50 different movies there. As most women see that, I'm sorry, I'm just a Lifetime person, I guess, myself. Well, those are today's top stories. I'm sure we'll see some Christmas stories as well. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for HTV1 News at noon. Don't forget, you can find more news in our live streams and our sometimes broadcast that stops midstream right here on HTV1.net. For all of us here at HTV1, I'm Scott Piana. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and have a great day, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.